A tense background score plays. Clips of military parades, soldiers training, missile launches, and fighter jets taking off are shown. The world is on edge. Rising tensions, territorial disputes, and military buildups are signaling a dangerous future. Are we on the brink of a global conflict? Today, I'll dive deep into 10 countries preparing for war in 2025. Flash transition to a world map with red highlighted regions. Clips of U.S. military exercises, warships, and missile defense systems. The United States, with the largest military budget in the world, continues its global dominance. But with tensions rising in the South China Sea, NATO commitments, and conflicts in the Middle East, the Pentagon is ramping up its defense capabilities. Hypersonic missiles, AI-powered drones, and next-gen fighter jets are just the beginning. Scenes of Chinese aircraft carriers, military drills, and President Xi Jinping addressing troops. China's rapid military expansion is no secret. With a clear goal of becoming the world's strongest military power, Beijing is enhancing its navy, cyber warfare capabilities, and space force. The Taiwan issue remains a major flashpoint, and experts believe China could be preparing for a decisive move soon. Clips of Russian tanks, missile tests, and Putin speaking. Russia, already locked in conflict with Ukraine, continues its aggressive military stance. From testing nuclear-powered torpedoes to strengthening its Arctic presence, Moscow is sending a message: it won't back down. With tensions with NATO at an all-time high, Russia's war preparations are in full swing. Scenes of Indian soldiers, BrahMos missile tests, and border clashes. India, locked in territorial disputes with both China and Pakistan, is modernizing its forces. With a major focus on indigenous defense production, New Delhi is increasing its missile systems, aircraft carriers, and nuclear arsenal. The recent skirmishes along the Himalayan border have only intensified its military readiness. Shots of Pakistan's missile program, military parades, and fighter jets. Pakistan, a nuclear power with a long-standing rivalry with India, continues to build its defense capabilities. With close military ties to China, it is upgrading its missile technology and fighter jets. As regional tensions persist, Pakistan is preparing for any escalation. Footage of Iranian Revolutionary Guards missile tests and protests. Iran remains a key player in the Middle East conflict. With tensions with Israel and the U.S. at boiling point, Tehran is boosting its ballistic missile programs and drone warfare capabilities. Proxy conflicts in Syria, Iraq, and Yemen are signs that Iran is preparing for a larger confrontation. Clips of Kim Jong-un inspecting missiles, military parades, and nuclear tests. North Korea, one of the most secretive military states, continues its aggressive posturing. With frequent missile tests and nuclear advancements, Pyongyang remains unpredictable. Analysts believe North Korea is preparing for potential conflict, especially as relations with the U.S. and South Korea deteriorate. Scenes of Israeli Defense Forces, Iron Dome intercepting missiles, and war simulations. Israel, surrounded by hostile neighbors, is constantly preparing for war. With increasing threats from Iran and Hamas, the Israeli Defense Forces have ramped up security measures. Advanced missile defense systems and precision airstrikes showcase Israel's readiness for any conflict. Clips of Turkish military exercises, drone production, and President Erdogan. Turkey, a key NATO member, is growing its military capabilities rapidly. Involved in conflicts in Syria, Libya, and the Eastern Mediterranean, Ankara is modernizing its defense industry, producing high-tech drones and warships. Turkey's regional ambitions could spark further tensions. Scenes of Taiwan's military drills, U.S. weapon shipments, and Taiwanese leaders addressing troops. Taiwan, under constant threat from China, is strengthening its defenses. With military aid from the U.S., it is acquiring advanced weaponry, anti-ship missiles, and cyber defense systems. Taiwan knows that war is not just a possibility, it might be inevitable. Clips of protests, leaders in tense meetings, and military confrontations. As global tensions rise, the possibility of war in 2025 feels more real than ever. Will diplomacy prevail, or are we heading toward an era of unprecedented conflict? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis on global affairs. Final shot, a world map with red zones flashing dramatically. War. It's a word that sends chills down the spine of humanity. While we all hope for peace, the reality is that nations around the world are preparing for the unthinkable. From advanced military technology to strategic alliances, the world is bracing itself for a future that could change everything. In this video, I'll uncover the top 10 countries that are quietly, and not so quietly, preparing for war by 2025. Buckle up, because this is a journey into the heart of global tensions and the future of conflict. Before we dive into the list, let's set the stage. The world is more interconnected than ever, but that hasn't stopped rivalries from heating up. Economic competition, Territorial disputes and ideological clashes are pushing nations to bolster their defenses. But who's leading the charge? Let's find out. Starting off our list at number 10 is Israel. A small nation with a big military footprint, Israel has long been surrounded by adversaries. With ongoing tensions in the Middle East, Israel is investing heavily in cutting-edge technology like the Iron Dome missile defense system and cyber warfare capabilities. By 2025, expect Israel to be even more prepared to defend itself against any threat. At number 9, we have North Korea. Known for its secretive regime and aggressive posturing, North Korea is rapidly expanding its nuclear arsenal and missile technology. With frequent missile tests and a focus on long-range capabilities, North Korea is a wildcard that could destabilize the entire region by 2025. Coming in at number 8 is India. As tensions with Pakistan and China continue to simmer, India is modernizing its military at an unprecedented pace. From advanced fighter jets to a growing naval fleet, India is positioning itself as a dominant force in South Asia. By 2025, India's military could be one of the most formidable in the world. At number 7, we have the United Kingdom. Despite its smaller size, the UK remains a global military power. With a focus on cyber warfare, drone technology, and a strong naval presence, the UK is preparing to defend its interests both at home and abroad. By 2025, the UK's military will be more agile and technologically advanced than ever. Next up at number 6 is France. With a strong tradition of military independence, France is investing in next-generation weapon systems, including hypersonic missiles and advanced fighter jets. France's focus on European defense and global power projection makes it a key player in the lead-up to 2025. At number 5, we have Japan. In response to growing threats from North Korea and China, Japan is rapidly expanding its military capabilities. From advanced missile defense systems to a growing fleet of stealth fighters, Japan is preparing to defend its sovereignty in an increasingly volatile region. Coming in at number 4 is Russia. With a history of military aggression and a focus on modernizing its armed forces, Russia remains a major global power. From hypersonic missiles to a strong nuclear arsenal, Russia is preparing for a future where it can project power far beyond its borders. At number 3, we have China. With the world's largest standing army and a rapidly modernizing military, China is poised to challenge the United States for global dominance. From advanced cyber capabilities to a growing naval fleet, China is preparing for a future where it can assert its influence across the globe. At number 2, we have the United States. Despite its focus on domestic issues, the U.S. remains the world's most powerful military force. With a massive defense budget and a focus on next-generation technologies like AI and space warfare, the U.S. is preparing to maintain its dominance in an increasingly multipolar world. And finally, at number 1, we have Surprise Country. This nation has been quietly building up its military capabilities, and by 2025, it could emerge as a major global power. But who is it? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. As we've seen, the world is changing rapidly, and the nature of warfare is evolving with it. From cyber attacks to space warfare, the battles of the future will look very different from those of the past. The question is, will these preparations lead to peace through deterrence, or will they push us closer to the brink of war? Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of geopolitics and military strategy. Let me know in the comments which country you think will be the most prepared for war by 2025. Until next time, stay informed.